How did I find this Bluetooth speaker you can't buy, and why is it so good? Well, let's talk about it. No, this isn't clickbait. I have tested a lot of small portable Bluetooth speakers, and nothing, I mean nothing, has come close to the performance of this one right here. Now, I don't want to waste your time, dear viewer, because this video is just going to be a ton of praise. Before we get into that praise, let me tell you what the speaker does not have. This speaker does not have an IPX rating, so that means no water resistance. It's not a huge bass cannon, but that's to be expected at around this kind of size. It's not extremely loud, has no multi-link pairing, no TWS, no app, and the EQ tuning which you get with it is, that's what you get. Technically, if you wanted to tune it anyway, you can download an app on your phone and bypass that. Now, if that didn't trigger you off the video and you care about exceptional sound quality and a portable size Bluetooth speaker, stick around because I'm going to tell you why the Xiaomi Mi Bluetooth speaker, or I'm calling it the Metal Ice Cream Sandwich, is the best portable Bluetooth speaker I have ever owned. And yes, we are calling it the Metal Ice Cream Sandwich. It's literally shaped like one. It has holes like one. God. And Xiaomi didn't really try to give it a new name when they made a successor for it. Like, seriously. This guy is the successor to this one, and it's the same name. So, Metal Ice Cream Sandwich it is. Now, you may be thinking, why should I even care about this speaker if I can't even buy it in the United States? Good question. Short answer is, it's in the details and the clarity. And speaking of clarity, let me tell you how I found it in the first place. We're going to the Philippines. A couple years ago, I visited Manila, and every time I visit a country outside of the United States, I try to find a local portable speaker I cannot get back home very easily. So in Manila, they have this mall called Glorieta. Side note, if you have never been to Southeast Asia, their malls are f***ing insane. Imagine your local US mall, now copy and paste that 5 times, connect them all together, and that's Glorieta. Yes, I got completely lost there a bunch of times. While I was wandering around, I stumbled across a Xiaomi store. Now back then, I only really cared about Apple and Samsung. I really didn't know much about Xiaomi, so I kind of just walked into the store and found this speaker. It was 1,600 pesos, which is around $26 USD. And at first, I wasn't really impressed by the design. But hey, $26? That's a no-brainer for a good old red-blooded American. So I bought it, went back to my hotel, opened it up, played some music, and my first reaction was literally, holy shit. It sounded amazing for its size. I was literally blown away. I went back the next day and then bought me a second one. And this is the one I've been saving for us to unbox right now. Ooh, look at that blue. That's beautiful. I remember the unboxing experience being a little bit better than this. I thought that it had a cable in it last time I unboxed it, but it's been so long. Oh man, oh, she feels premium. Look at that blue. Isn't that nice? Now, does it have any battery power? It has no battery power. That's not surprising. This shouldn't be giving you any ideas. So here's why these speakers are so damn great. It is the first speaker that has convinced me that a portable Bluetooth speaker can be made for an audiophile, not just some party toy. These are actually made for audiophiles. So it's got 2 stereo drivers and a square passive radiator in the middle, and all of that together creates and delivers a soundstage that has not been topped by any speaker I have ever heard. Every time I turn it on, I ask, how the hell does this sound so good? Well, it's been done intentionally. If you look on the back of the box, I'm not sure if it's picking up on the camera, but it says on the back of the box, it was specifically made for audiophiles in mind. And you know what? They freaking meant it. Most Bluetooth speakers at this pocketable size like to focus on things like lighting, loudness, IPX ratings, and as much bass as they can cram in at that size. But these speakers, they focus on clear, balanced stereo audio. And if you're not an audiophile, let me try and explain a couple of things that we would be looking for when purchasing a speaker. First thing would probably be is clarity. Can you hear the small stuff like cymbals, guitar scrapes, stuff that would usually get muffled out in a small party speaker. You want to hear those small little details. Balanced EQ. Does it replicate the music how the artist intended for you to hear it? Most music was not intended to put a bunch of bass on top of it. Sound staging and imaging. Can you tell where the instrument is panned in a right and left mixed? I can hear specifically on the right, there's the other guitar, and I can hear on the other side on the left, there's that guitar. You can hear the soundstage much clearly. And these speakers right here, they nail all three of those points. For a small size like these speakers right here, that are like the size of a remote or, like I said, an ice cream sandwich, that's insane value. And it doesn't really stop right there. Let's get into the features and design. This is a full aluminum build, and it feels very, very premium. Listen to these sounds. Like, that's real metal. It's super portable. It fits right into your pocket. As you can see, the button layout is actually really intuitive. The play and pause button is your power, all in one button, and it has a little LED ring around it that goes blue when you have a good battery and red when you don't have a good battery. Your volume plus and minuses also function as skip and previous. And down here you have your Bluetooth and battery check button. So it will tell me how much battery I have in the speaker. Let's see.
Battery power is about 60%.
60%, that's pretty good. On the other side, it has an aux input, which automatically makes it a god tier speaker. Has a microphone in if you want to take calls from it. I've noticed it sounds a little bit muffled, but it does work if you want to use it. And micro USB charging. Yes, I know this product was from 2016, so let's give it some slack. And actually, there's a region specific version that I would love to find that has, in this kind of open spot right here, a SD card input, and all the inputs and labels on it are in Mandarin, so I'm pretty sure it's in China. One day I'll have to get my hands on that if I ever find one. The only thing I think it's missing is a little kickstand, like on this Harman Kardon Esquire. You can see right here, this little flip out guy. It actually helps out a lot when you're trying to listen to music because you can easily set up things and have it angled straight to your face. Now, if you do get your hands on one of these speakers, here are 2 tips to get the best sound out of it. Tip number 1, do you want more bass? Here's what you do. These speakers have flat backs, and what you want to do is you take those flat backs and put them straight onto a table. What happens is the bass is going to resonate with the surface it's laying flat on. This is called surface resonance, if you want to look more into that. And it makes the bass feel like it's much larger than it is, which is really helpful when you have these flat back products. Tip number 2, if you want stereo clarity, here's what you gotta do. You got to take the speaker and make sure it's facing straight at you. You want to move it back and forth like this. And you want to find what is called the sweet spot. The sweet spot for me is about 12 to 14 inches. This is the best distance for me to hear that clear stereo separation. If you're too far away from the speaker, those stereo pieces are going to converge and it's going to sound like a mono sound. So hold the speaker like this, find your sweet spot, and that is the best way to get the sound out of this product. It's also a reason why I think the kickstand from the Esquire should have been included on one of these, but you can't have everything, right? All right, enough of me yapping. Let's actually hear how they sound. I've got 4 other pocket-sized Bluetooth speakers, and we're gonna play the same song through these and compare and see how they all sound. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. So, the metal ice cream sandwich, at this size, nothing has ever topped it. Seriously. And of course, sound is subjective, but if you are ever traveling or online somewhere and you find these speakers, I highly recommend you pick one up and give it a try because they sound absolutely phenomenal. And for $26, these feel extremely super premium. I thought it was just going to be a brick, honestly. I thought it was going to sound like a tin can, and I'd probably be like, it's just another speaker I found in Asia. Whoop-de-doo. Seriously, the way Xiaoming tuned these speakers, it literally feels like when you hold it in front of you, it feels like the sound is actually coming from right to left. Like, it feels like if I need to have something to listen to music on the go at a serious understanding, like if I seriously want to take some time to listen to some music, these are what I pull out. I don't just listen to the music on my phone. These are things I will pull out and I'll be like, okay, let me give it a decent try. Listening to these speakers is like wine tasting for Bluetooth speakers. But if you want something with a more similar design and something you can actually buy in the United States, I would go with the Harman Kardon Esquire. There's a video on that. I will leave it in the description. It's pretty similar in design. There's a couple of different features, but it's still a pretty good product. But other than that, these speakers are amazing. These are my favorite portable speakers to take anywhere with me. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Cheers! Did I say lunchbox? I hope I didn't say lunchbox. Holy shit, it's been recording